Afternoon, everybody. My Uh-oh. You just went mute. I'm not really sure why. Okay. And that is one of the dudes I need to farm. I'm not really sure why the game muted on me. Hang on. Hang on. Well, nope. There we go. Back to business. Five hits. Got it. This is going to take a minute. I'm sorry in advance. Do I think that this thing is going to drop the last piece of the nun set? I do not. However, I'm at a bit of a loss here. There aren't really that many enemies left. For me to farm at this point. So we're just gonna have to, we're working with what we got, people. Do I wish these things took less than 5 hits? I certainly do. But again, working with what we got. We're gonna get whatever I can out of this guy. And then we're gonna dip back into the castle. So I actually think whatever I need is droppable inside the main castle. Excuse me. I think. I can't tell you for sure, obviously. Or else I'd know, and we wouldn't be doing this shit. Because it sucks. This is a drag. Gex is a drug I can't quit. It is the smack of the PS1 era. This is my main beef with all of the handheld Castlevania games. They basically force you to grind to solve their puzzles, and I think that that is boring and not fun. You could make a case that Symphony of the Night is better about these things because you don't have to grind for anything. You just basically have to explore and use your noggin a little bit. I mean, someone telling you what to do certainly helps, but yeah, these games kill certain enemies over and over and over. Get their stuff, then solve puzzles. That sucks. That's not fun. I mean, in a handheld format, it sort of makes sense because it's like, all right, you've got like 10 minutes to kill on the subway or whatever. You can just sit here and kill enemies for a while. It's an easy goal, but you know, in the modern age, it's not a great time. Most of Wynn's Quest as a teenager, I know I got 200% map completion. It's something I can't do now, though. Yeah, every time I've played this, which isn't very often, this is maybe my third attempt at going completely through. I always do all of Wynn's quests. What's up, Oni Ramen? What's up, Last Shot? How you guys doing? But I'm pretty sure the one that I'm doing, or I'm sort of attempting, is tied to the larger story, the final-ish puzzle. Mental fortitude to be a completionist. Trust me. If there wasn't a practical reason for me to do this, I wouldn't be doing it. I've seen things on the internet that I think it's Aria of Sorrow. The luck stat is basically meaningless. And I certainly feel that way here occasionally. Okay, monocle. Actually makes sense coming from that monster. Alright. Whoop. That's not what I want. That's better. Alright. What does a monocle do? I've got 2 of them apparently. Okay. Hang on, Last Shot. Thanks for the sub, buddy. Alright, the monocle was the 2-star drop. What about the luck stat in a lot of games is disappointing too because it's my favorite stat to raise. We're both monocles at the same time. What would we call that? Yeah, I mean, the luck stat in these games basically governs enemy drops, and that's essentially it. Sorry, guys. Jeez. Got a frog in my throat today. At least in Symphony of the Night, there was a, there were critical hits, right? And the luck stat was instrumental. Whoa, okay. In at least critical hit chance. In this game, critical hits don't exist, which kind of sucks because, like, you have opportunities to inflate your luck stat, but it's really only for item drops. item farming would be a lot faster if critical hits existed. But what do I know? I'm just a boy in front of his computer killing a giant monster with one eye. Wow. Excuse me, guys. I think the game developers knew to put good music in the game because all the item farm... Yeah, right. It's an astute point. I wonder why that feels like individual level ups are not that impactful. Because they know that you're going to be farming. They know that you're going to be grinding for stuff, which means that your levels will naturally rise faster rather than somebody that's just good at action games scooting along. So I've been replaying the first Dragon Age over the last couple of days, which is a game that I like an awful lot. I haven't played it in at least 10 years. It looks real bad to me now. It never really looked good. But the writing is just so good. Just phenomenally well-written game. But individual level ups in that game mean a ton, right? So much so that, like, now that I'm replaying it and I know kind of how those games sort of work, like, you are, unless you know for a fact that you want to be an XYZ sort of character build from the beginning of the game and know what the individual origin paths are, the game really sets you up to fail pretty early on. So by that I mean Dragon Age Origins. I feel the same way when I tell people to play the original Silent Hill. It's so good, but they look at how dated the graphics are, and I'm like, yeah. See, I've never really been a snob about graphics personally. Like, I think anybody with taste, at least taste in game design, can get over the whole graphics thing. Drop your shit, brother. So anyway, the first Dragon Age game, you have a choice between 6 origins for your character, which basically is the first hour of the game and how it progresses from there, right? So, like, you're a human noble, or you're a dwarven berserker or whatever. But since individual level ups in this game matter so much, like, basically skill points on a skill tree and what you're preloaded out with. I wanted to start the game as a two-handed melee, just total fucking meathead, right? My origin story, there's another monocle, thank God. My origin story was human noble. But little did I know that human noble basically preloads you as a sword and shield build. Like, it gives you 1 or 2 skill points into sword and shield, which is not what I want. So, like, you're basically burning a couple of levels to even get your desired build started, and it's not cool. Like, I can sort of understand doing that, for your companion characters. Like, Alistair is supposed to be the meat shield. He's going to be the tank. And Morgan is supposed to be, like, the ice wizard, and on and on and on. But as a player character, it should be as blank slate as possible. All right, I got 1 point into luck right there. So Maybe that'll turn things around for me. Like, you can't just start out. There you go. All right. Protection of Spirits of Stone. Really made it, everybody. All right. Still a cool game. It's just one of those dumb things that I don't love. Whoa, all right. Oh, man, don't die, lady. Still a human with a sword and shield. Sounds odd. They would use magic. Humans? Well, clearly you've never played a Dragon Age game. Magic in Dragon Age, in the larger story, is a... nah. Get this free experience, though. Like, magic is a tightly governed thing, so I think I could have started as a human mage. I think, but I want to say elves do it better. You know how it is. I don't think there's anything. So basically, if I wanted to start as like a two-handed melee character, I should have been a dwarf. Okay, none of these guys are worth it. I'm basically bum rushing to a save point real quick. Whoa, all right. Rusty food tin. It is a very cool game. It's pretty janky. Like, I would... You gonna give me another one? No? All right. I would actually really appreciate a full-on remake of it. Basically to just sort of, like, fix some of the problems. Combat is a little beat up. I mean, it's very BioWare-y combat. So... Knights of the Old Republic, Jade Empire, all that stuff. It's very similar. It has very similar flaws to those other games. But I'll take the hit. But the writing, the character stuff, companion quests, very, very, very good. Lots of fun. Great characters. Hit with an ad for a new scary movie. Oh, yeah. If they're going to keep making... Whoa. They're going to keep making Scream movies. They're going to keep making scary movies. That's slightly redundant. I think I've... Yeah. Alright, I think I've exhausted every enemy. Already not a fan. Yeah, I've never really loved the scary movies, you know what I mean. They've never really been my thing. Yeah, I think I've exhausted every enemy here. It's probably not going to be as good as the originals. My kid is very into the Scream movies. That perhaps makes me not a great father for letting her watch them so young. That'll be our secret. Hey, that's a, what, 4th monocle? What's up, girl? Yeah, I don't know where her interests in these things start, but she's always been kind of into horror movies at 10. Offensive bigot humor. Yeah. Can't say I'm surprised. I can't say I'm disappointed. Depends, Mr. Pants. Does she see Texas Chainsaw? Not yet, but I'm sure she's champing at the bit. Texas Chainsaw and the first Exorcist, I think, are like just a bridge too far. I don't think we're letting that happen, at least for a while. Let's save this really quick. All right, we're gonna head back into the castle and see what enemies I didn't kill in there. Because you know what? When Pazuzu taunts the priest and tells him that his mother sucks cocks in hell, I don't want to explain that. I've dug deep, thought it over, and I don't want to have that conversation. Phantasm. I made a ton of those too. I was pretty old by the time I saw a Phantasm flick. All right, guys. That could be age appropriate, I suppose. Let's go this way. I really think she'd get a kick out of Poltergeist. Oh, fuck yeah, I'm killing those in one hit. So that could be in the cards for Halloween. But my wife and my kid just tore through basically all of the Scream movies over the last couple of months. Whoa. Prepping for the new movie, the new Scream. Way ahead of you. Actually, no, I don't think they watched the new one yet. Got a lot of Rahab's Frost. Got a lot of that business. I think I got... Yep, got the impervious mail. Don't need to kill that thing, because it sucks. I hate fighting it. I think I got pretty much everything out of this area, too. Yeah. She calls me a filthy cow. That's so mean. Filthy cow. Alright. Generally killing enemies. Ooh, alright. Again, I don't think that thing... Alright, well, here's an enemy I haven't farmed to completion yet, I suppose. Fighting it sucks, of course. 400 EXP per kill is pretty nice, though. All right. Oh, how did I get hit with that? All right, let me save this. I'm pretty close to a save room before I go after that spectral sword. Okay. Now we kill spectral swords because this is just my life now. Dragon Slayer, already got one. Now this is pod racing and item farming. Again, I've got 3 of the quote-unquote rarer drops. 2 or 3 of these. But not one of the less rare drop. Doesn't help that this thing just camps out on the roof. Get off the ceiling, bro. There you go. Oh, bonk. All right, one more pass at this and I gotta save it again. But only 10 more of them and I get a level. Wow. Wow, that was awfully close. Oh, you know, whatever gets you through, buddy. Taking hits improves item drops. Whatever makes you believe. Ugh. The other thing too is that if this thing does drop a spell or a skill, it needs to be away from the wall so I can collect it. God, this thing sucks. Not as bad as the guys with the shields, but it sucks all the same. Okay. Okay, come on. Get down here. I'll take it. Get it over to me. You just cannot help but take hits from this thing. Ah. Jeez. Problem two is that I can't do this with Jonathan because his luck stat is too low, if luck matters. Making Austin Powers quips ain't nothing like topical humor. Baby! I can't wait for the next Gex game to joke about Borat. Maybe a couple of jabs at baby back ribs. Oh, behave. I think somebody told me relatively recently that, like, it's been longer. Yeah, you can't help but take hits from this thing. Right. The time between Austin Powers and the years it was making fun of and modern day to Austin Powers is longer, if that makes sense. It's been longer since the Austin Powers movie has come out than the years between Austin Powers and the timeline it was making fun of. If anybody wants to feel especially old today. Right. Oh, come on. Ah. 30 years ago next year. And in 3 years, this Dragon Age game I was talking about will be 20 years old, and that is not exciting to me. Although it definitely looks it. Yeah. This is almost as bad. Is a fourth Dragon Slayer? Fucking kidding me? Which means in 3 years, Demon Souls will be 20 years old. And again, it will look it, but we will not. We are not going gracefully. So 2009 was like one of my favorite, easily one of the most defining years in video games to me personally. Demon Souls came out. Dragon Age 1 came out, a game I'm definitely still loving it right now, even though it is what it is. And Street Fighter 4 came out on consoles. I don't love Street Fighter 4 anymore, but that game has had a pretty hefty impact on me and a whole lot of other people, warts and all. I read that the guy that created Regular Show tried to stay... Hang on. Try to stay away from topical humor and subjects so the show could be enjoyed for... Yeah, that's generally why people kind of avoid topical humor. Street Fighter 4? Indestructible. What about 02 and 05? Kind of miss early 2000s Nintendo. Then they were kind of moving away from the classic era into the modern Nintendo era. Yep, that was that moment. We're talking the pre-Wii era. Cool, but it's like every other level. I think I get a point in luck. Get up there. In their back catalog nostalgia, kind of pretend certain things don't happen. Yeah, Nintendo has always had sort of a curious relationship with their back catalog. I mean, there's always going to be Zelda games. There's always going to be Mario games. And I remember, too, there was a time... Dude, look at this shit. Fucking drop your thing, man. I'm starting to really lose my patience here. So I got into the gaming press doing stuff in 09. 09, 2010, around that range, right? Some dude living in Ohio writing about video games. And there certainly was a feeling in the air that, like, not like, okay, Nintendo's cooked, they're over, but like Nintendo needs to start doing better shit. Like, they need to stop leaning on specific old franchises, and they need to start doing new, interesting stuff. And then, poof, that happened. Crazy sticker about their... Yeah, they're very strict about IP. The wrestler Cody Rhodes wore boots that were inspired by Link. They sent him a cease and desist. Is that for real? That's fucking... You know... Yeah, Nintendo is a litigious company. Get back down here. Come here. Drop your thing, dude. I swear to God, if I get another Dragon Slayer out of this guy. But, you know, that's their whole deal. They protect that stuff because it's life and death for them, so I can't really blame them. I have been sort of like weirdly nostalgic for like those early years that I was sort of trying to write for the Games Press, and like how every small victory was a big deal. Like, oh man, I got like 150 word story about a Pac-Man t-shirt published on Games Radar. We're really going places. It is not a sustainable life. It's not really much of a life at all. There just aren't any outlets left. I mean, at least ones that pay for like good freelance work. There's so few and far between, and so many people that are out of jobs that like need that shit probably worse than I do. Like, I know it sounds like I'm making excuses, but it's going to turn around. I really do think in a couple of years, I mean, maybe it's already started, right? It's going to turn around. Finally, Jagdplaut. What is a Jagdplaut? Deadly yet elegantly crafted sword. Let's see what all the trouble was. That's it. Okay. Not as good as anything else that I've had for a long time. That's great. See, that's a headspace to be in, because I see a bunch of people fling shit at them, shutting down fan projects. Like, Nintendo has a right to protect their IPs, not to sound like a corpo bootlegger, though. Bootlicker. Yeah. I think Nintendo, that's treasure hunting, buddy. Right. Nintendo has a right to protect their stuff, to be sure. I don't think Nintendo personally should be as zealous about some of the things that they do. It does make them come out looking like the bad guy, but all the same, like, oh, she called me a filthy cow again. All the same, people will still buy their stuff, you know? Nintendo's got a whole bunch of crazies out there, said affectionately, that will just keep them in business. So, like, you know, they can afford to do the occasional dick thing because no one seems to really care that much. That being said, they're kind of draconian. Yeah, that's what I'm getting at. Alright, these guys are just basically being killed for experience alone. Oh, man, fuck these guys. They're the worst. Alright. Is there a dragon in here? There's nothing in here. Why would there be anything in there? Alright. Whoa. I've already got Nightmare. Again, I get the 3-star thing first. Rahab's Frost This weapon that I picked up, this is the 4th one of these I think that I've gotten today. Oh, there's got to be an easier place to grind these guys. Yeah. Oh, it is not lucrative. I can assure you of that. Hang on a second, buddy. Even if it isn't lucrative, I say that you should try to games journalism as a hobby. Yeah, I mean, whoa, guy. My rhythm is bad today. If there were places where I can get consistent work, maybe 1 or 2 things a month, between that YouTube, when YouTube is good to me, and growing the Twitch crowd, if all 3 things kind of worked out a teensy bit better, again, it wouldn't be a lucrative life, but like, you know, I probably wouldn't be freaking out so much that I don't have a job. Yeah, maybe I should start pitching again. I don't know. Maybe you're onto something. Like, really, IGN, to a much lesser extent, Kotaku. Damn it. Let me save this really quick. Yeah, there's just not a lot of outlets left that pay. I've actually never done any work for IGN. And that is kind of a badge of honor in its way. Like, I don't mean to be a dick to those guys, because I used to know a lot of people, or a few people that work there anyway. But they just never really ran the stuff that I was interested in doing other than reviews. And by the time by the time US Gamer shut down, like, I was doing the work that I always wanted to do. Long form stuff. I was going to take a hit there. Oral histories, things like that. I mean, that's the stuff that I really like doing. And there's just places that did that kind of thing have been drying up. Annotated series is pretty good, thanks. And Symphony of the Night shorts came from it and got a whole lot of attention. Yeah. follower count has been great. Actual viewership since I pivoted to Ninja Gaiden has fucking nosedived. And I expected it to, but ugh. Yeah, if I can sort of parlay that, whoa, eventually into something else. There we go. Skull mask. All right, what's this? Pattern after a skull. Nice jump to defense, but nothing else. Yeah, I've got my cult, which is nice, you know, and I don't mean for that to sound glib either. Like, it has been good. Like, it's from a social standpoint, from a let's finish this area first. From a social standpoint, from a creative standpoint, the YouTube stuff lately has been a lot of fun. It's been really great. Whoa. Hey, girl. Nope. It's been a lot of fun. And I do kind of hope that grows into other stuff. Like, come here. That's funny. I mean, there's always someone saying, I'm interested in this on your Ninja Gaiden videos. I think that's just going to dog me forever. The I'm interested in this thing, that's going to be me forever and ever and ever, and that's okay. I've made my peace with it. Other creators, I think, have kind of cursed with the I'm interested in this thing. And I've even apologized to a couple of them at this point. Like, I'm sorry for ruining your Castlevania content. Because everyone will just say I'm interested in this. God damn it. Alright, we're gonna go to the top of this tower dealy and work our way down. Yeah, got the trident. Alright. Got that right. Can't watch Castlevania short on YouTube without expecting it. Yep. Oh, I gotta be Charlotte anyway. She's got the helmet deal on. Oh. Kouse, whatever. Oh, these guys. That's it. Is there an easier place to farm that thing? Oh, that's something I was going to bring up a second ago too. So last week, oh my God, dude. Last week we talked about me writing a book about Symphony of the Night and how I was kind of struggling with oh, this is bullshit. Oh my god. Whew. Trim some of my subs on YouTube anyways. A, I can't watch them all, and B, some of them have started to use lingo that I'm not hip to and just steal content. Yeah. I don't really follow a lot of people on YouTube, and the ones that I do, that was dangerously close. The ones that I do follow, I basically do it because you think that you're giving them a hand, like, okay, this is going to maybe help your algorithm. I like the work that you're doing. I'm not going to watch a lot of what you're putting out there, but like I respect the work that you do. All right, we got to get out of this room. I don't need that trident. We are actually going to warp back. Oh my god. We're going to warp back, fill up on potions. And not a moment too soon. Yeah, so the reason I'm playing this Dragon Age game right now, and the reason I bring the book thing up is because I just read the boss fight books, Dragon Age 2 entry, and it was very, very good. Very, very interesting. I actually ripped through it on my vacation. I read it in like 2 sittings, but it's, yeah, no kidding. It was great. And I'm reading these, this is the second boss fight book that I've read. The Shadow of the Colossus was the first one. And I'm really impressed. I think they're really, really, really good. The 2 that I've read. Is there anything else in the Tower of Death? Let's actually just look at the enemy guide. Alright, so we got flying armor. Flying armor and the final guard. Fuck, dude. Those are the only 2 enemies that I haven't gotten all the stuff from yet. These are just the bosses. One, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I thought the final guard was here. Let's go to the bottom of the Tower of Death. Lost my train of thought there. So anyway, I'm going to start reading a couple more of those, if I can get my hands on a few more. To see if it sort of unlocks something in my brain. And gives me some ideas of how to actually write this stupid Symphony of the Night book. Ooh, the best viewers have made it. Thank God. Okay. Oh. You're goddamn right. This area is poop. Nope. I thought I could sneak underneath there. Okay. Come here. Stop blinking. LASIK. Hey, that's pretty lousy. You in here? Shot from the other end of the screen is... Oh my god. Oh, I have to go this way. Oh my god, dude. All right, so that is... This is the only place... I'm just gonna do it. It's the only place that I can think of with a flying armor. So I just have to put up with it. Oh my, this is terrible. Terrible. Get out of there. No, no. Is there any kind of... It's enough to know. You don't got to collect it. It drops, it drops, it drops. That's enough. 2 of those, though. Okay. That was harrowing. All right, last stop, final guard. It's a good thing I got some cash to burn. You're back. Lots of corsets. Nun's shoes, nun's hat. Let's just see if I already have this and I'm just an idiot, because that would certainly be my thing. Crystal necklace, brooch, cape, tough ring, still is no. No. It's the dress. Got the kirtle. Yeah. It's the dress. So huh. Okay. All right. Did the average video game gamer retire? I thought I saw something about that a few weeks ago. I don't know. Angry, not average, but you know what I mean. And I made that unfortunate joke twice on this stream. I've never really been a big fan of that guy. I'm not a hater, but his shtick was never really my thing. And I know it's a shtick. He's a character that he plays. Oh, where is the... where's the final guard? Is it here? I don't know. Let's look around. Watching ages ago pop up in times. Yeah, I mean, he's got other stuff that he does. There it is. Yeah, that's not worth it at all. Oh, he caught me. Yeah, it's never really been my thing. Even in the weird early internet, which I miss dearly. Like my free time. Oh! Oh, I've already got that. I was so excited. Oh, God. Nah, that's not what I wanted. That's all right. Yeah, he's got some other YouTube ventures, from what I understand. In business practices and such, but whatever. Good for that guy. Some people have figured out how to just make it work. Let's go. I have a cold cup of coffee right here. At least this is going quicker than normal. All right, I'm gonna go grab another cup of coffee while we'll do that until my magic recovers. Oh, final sword. Not what I was hoping for, but what's the final sword do? Way up. Woof. Holy shit. Defense takes a pretty big dive. Not even that big. Oh, we'll be using the final sword from now on. Alright, I'm gonna go grab some coffee really quick. Maybe we'll look up a solution here because I'm starting to lose my patience! Okay, so it is 1:30. We've been going for a little over an hour. Clearly there are enemies that I haven't killed yet. Two of them are blood zombies. It's the final sword of the final justice for the final sacrifice. Finally, somebody understands me. This is kind of worthless, but so I think that you can kill blood zombies in this game. Because there were question marks next to their... Yeah, there were question marks next to their enemy profile, which makes me at least think that you can kill them. And there's also a blood zombie axe knight in one of the paintings. Get in there. There's a whip that can kill them. Turns targets to stone. Binds and destroys evil. Let's try that. Jet black whip. Well, ain't got one of those, but I do have all of the whips that I can get for now. All right, that's... Let's try something. I'm open to all ideas at this point. There is a small room with a bloody axe knight. It's not there. Oh, I'm two hitting these guys though. That's kind of nice. I thought it was here. I'm wrong. Maybe it's the other way. Nope, it's right here. Let's try the Medusa Whip first. It's not the Medusa Whip, guys. It's kind of cool, though. Assassin's Greatsword, Dragon Slayer, Final Sword, Royal Sword, Spear. That's the only spear, I think, no? Morningstar, Whip Knuckles, Bullet Punch, Axe, Mace. So what are the differences in American, Japanese, and European versions of this in the Dominus collection? I don't know. I honestly cannot remember. I'm keeping this on because it's cool. Oh, it seeks out enemies. That is pretty gnarly. But it's not as powerful as the Tome of Arms 2. Yeah, I don't remember. I'd have to... Excuse me, I'd have to look up the press release, I guess. All right, let's head underground. We'll do this for another half hour or so. That guy can eat shit. I ain't got that kind of time. These things still take 4 hits. You, my friend, are not worth it. Whoop. Am I going the wrong way? Yep. I do like that the witch only takes 2 hits. That's nice. Do have a lot of stuff to sell. If it comes down to it, if the shit hits the fan, as it were. All right. That's right. You know, it's like those guys that always collected comics and said, this is going to be my retirement. For me, it's like 4 or 5 Agnes Flames. All right. Yeah, I'll take the hit. Don't need that. Well, I guess we're heading back into some of the other paintings, right? Well, let's see what's at the bottom. Alright, I know what that is. Let's see what's in the lower reach here. Down and around, they say. Actually, let's just take one quick peek at the larger map. I don't think I've missed any rooms, but I'm definitely kind of at a loss here. Nope. Not seeing anything that I missed. All right. Down and around. Let's take a look. All right, I've killed so many Persephones. In my time playing Castlevania games. Oh my god. Inuit boots. This was a... Okay. Hey, it's this guy. What's up, Scars? How you doing, buddy? Things going all right? All right, guys. Let's just all take it easy. Getting a migraine and my allergies are really hating you today. Well, let me tell you something. Playing this game right now is perhaps also giving me a migraine. I suppose this gives me a chance to sort of look around the places I haven't been to in a while, now that I've got the peeping eye thing. See if there's any breakable walls that I missed. Likely there are. Oh, that's a save room. Let's head down. You got 5 limited run games in the mail. This past week you got 3 more. Holy cat, Scars. You are keeping those guys in business. I hope they appreciate the work that you do. Alright. No, hang on. Tomba 2, Angry Video Game Nerd 8-Bit Adventures, Heretic, and Hexen. I've never played a Tomba game, and I'm told they are kind of right up my alley, and I've never gotten around to it. I don't think this is anything either. It's not. Look at that. Phone just weirdly blinked at me. Okay. Are you going to play any of them, or do you just sort of collect them? Do they kind of hang out on a shelf for you? Oh, just jumped right into that, didn't I? Game a bit more lately, even it's just in small spurts. An admirable goal. Where am I? Soon, my almost 3-year-old will be starting preschool, so I'll have one day to throw a week back to myself. Oh, I remember those days. Please, just sleep for an hour so I can have an hour to myself. That's going to be me for the afternoon. I've got chicken chores and then looking at Pilates courses on YouTube. I got to get in shape. Pilates, I guess, is a pretty good place to start. Man, I didn't think Pilates was going to fucking take back off the way it has. It is a thing that people are into. I am a little surprised. R.I.P. Okay. Self-maintenance so I don't end up like Dad. Well, take care, Lizzie. We'll see you tomorrow. Other brat turned 6 in a week. I feel I just blinked and suddenly it was running around again. Yeah, I was just talking to a buddy of mine about this morning. Like, you have kids. I mean, the old adage is that, like, you know, the days get longer, but the years get shorter. And that is 100% true. But my buddy was telling me, it's like, yeah, I kind of understand how, you know, adults, when they get to a certain point, they're like, you know, I could have another kid after this one grows up. Like, you know, when they turn 14 or 15, maybe we'll have another one. And I'm looking at him like, you are crazy. I would never, ever do that. Never, ever, ever. I see what he's getting at, but I would never do it myself. All right. Okay, what am I missing? My wife and I are 98% sure we're done, but neither of us have gotten fixed until we can guarantee that full 100%. Yep. Yep. I know what you mean. My wife and I have been done basically since we had our daughter. We were like, all right, no more of this. But we're both kind of in that same boat. We're like, nothing has like medically happened, you know, like to ensure. Yep, I get that. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. My wife is like, what if I pass away suddenly? What if you want to have more kids after I'm gone? And I'm like, I am 46. That is not happening. Never, ever, ever. That's not happening. Yeah, I should look into that. All right, this thing that I'm looking for. Hang on. Oh, damn it, I don't have it on. I'm an idiot. No, I didn't have the thing on. Well, that would have maybe solved some things. I'm guessing the nun's outfit is like hanging out in the open somewhere, and I just forgot where it is. Sivo's bucket list tour, and one of the skits in it was like he got his, and all I ever think about anymore. Oh, Steve-O. She just keeps calling me a filthy cow. That's so mean. Yeah, okay, this thing has got to be just kind of chilling out in the open, and I just don't remember where it is. Yeah, in like a room like this, with a girl like you. I'm assuming anyway. Nope, not there. Ah, poisoned. Happy Whip Wednesday. That is what we should call it. Is Whip Wednesday. I'll take that. Man. Welcome, new pals. I do like calling this Whip Wednesday. You cats are onto something. Alright, been here. Done that stuff. We're looking for the nun's outfit. Thanks for the raid, Iced Estes. What's up, new friends? If you guys have heard of the Annotated Symphony of the Night, I'm interested in this guy on YouTube. I do. This is an old-timey fave. I haven't played it in a long, long time. That's why I'm kind of circling the castle like a jackass. I'm interested in this. Yep, I'm that guy. I make all those shorts. And the Annotated Symphony of the Night, which has burned years of my life away, but it is what it is. But thanks for hanging out, guys. And at this point, we're going to save this really quick. I am not above taking a little direction if somebody knows what to do here. Nice nun clothes is a hard habit to break. Zing! Waka waka waka. Anyway, I'm assuming I need to get the nun's outfit. It's like one of the few things I haven't done to get the better ending. I got none. Ah! The chat is on fire today. Get up there. Ah, it got me anyway. Yeah, I can't remember what the solution to the puzzle is that where I have to like cleanse the sisters of their vampiric form kind of deal. I assume it's the healing spell I get from wind. But I can't remember. And even if that is the thing that I should be doing, I don't know where the nun's outfit is. So you guys are really in for a viewing treat. All right, let's go up and around. Head to the left. Sparking Nunzilla. You have a convenient name for what we're trying to accomplish here. We'll get there. We'll figure it out. It's actually kind of convenient that you guys are all here, because if you have been following the shorts, I'm actually going to put up a Castlevania short on Monday, because you've all been good. I think everybody needs a break from Ninja Gaiden shorts. Let's see. Could be over this away, maybe, sorta, not so much. Whoa. All right. I really do think at this point... Oh, all right, fine. That the nun outfit really is just kind of chilling out in the open. And for whatever reason, I just didn't collect it. Okay. All right. All right. All right. All right. Well, these dudes are my boss killers. Skeleton gunman spell in this game. Pretty good. Pretty good. Whew. Nope. Not here. Where am I going here? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, let's just take it easy, everybody. Let's be cool. All right. It's so mean that she calls you a filthy cow. That's just mean. That's just cruel. Come here. All right, back up this way. We'll find it. We'll get there. We'll figure this out. We're smart people. It is so satisfying killing two enemies at the same time in these games. Just feels right. No, no. I probably would have had the double jump at this point, so maybe I'm spinning my wheels over here. But you never know until you try. God damn it. Yeah, alright, I've done this stuff already. Alright. I'll take it. Anybody in the chat, if you know the solution to this, I am all ears. I've been going for just under 2 hours, and it's been just under 2 hours of me literally running in circles. So if anybody knows where the nun outfit is, the nun robes or whatever, the habit, now is the time. Whoop. Doggy, doggy. I really do like the animation on that dog. I think it looks cool. All right. Yep, if anybody knows, if anybody's willing to share, I'll take your advice. Did I go all the way that way? I went all the way that way. All right. Okay, I'm at a loss. Okay, suppose we can go back into the pyramid. And let's see, go over here. Yeah, I mean, might as well just go back into some of these paintings, see what I missed. I clearly missed something. Since we're right next to the pyramid anyway, that's where we're going to start. Got a bathrobe out of it, though. Whoop, all right. Okay. Let's go. Let's go this way. Okay, this thing over here. Whoa, all right, man. All right, down and to the right is where I think the giant ghost comes out. I believe. Yeah, this is where the giant ghost lurks if you kill all the other smaller ghosts. So we know about that. None of this other stuff is a big deal. We're just working this out in my head, guys. Have a little patience. Give me a little grace here. Let's head up to the top. All right, boss fight. Not a boss fight. Okay. Let's. White dragons are terrible. Bone pillars. Not terrible, but still pretty crappy. Amphisbaena. At least you're easy to kill. Alright. Nothing up there? Alright. Well, we tried. Huh. That was fun. all just kind of cascaded down on top of each other. Okay, well, rats. Okay, well, anything up there? It kind of looks like there would be, but... Well, now we're taking the long way. Whoop. At least these guys are doing like 0 damage to me, practically nothing. That's at least some kind of consolation, I suppose. Doesn't make them any less irritating, though. Okay. Yeah, I just walked right into that because I'm a jackass. I like to think that Persephone there just kind of accidentally stumbled her way into the painting. All right, that's not where I need to go. Because they're littered all over the area where the painting is. Headcanon. Let's just see what's over. There's nothing over here. I do think it's kind of funny that they put the corpse weed right next to a palm tree. Like it's also supposed to be a palm tree for some reason. Nope, all right. Down and around, I guess. Whoa, all right. Not even breakable walls. I really thought by now I'd have found something. Whoop. Okay. Oh, there's something up there. I can't reach it. Damn. I think I already got this, but let's see. Oh, no, I didn't. Oh, there it was. All right, we figured it out. There you have it. Oh my God, I'm such a dope. Man, I'm such an idiot. Okay. It was right there the whole time, guys. Your boy is a jackass. Oof, I should not be drinking coffee anymore. And now for a little housekeeping. Sanctuary. Which takes forever to cast. Okay, gotcha. Anything new? Nope, nothing new. All right, well, you're welcome. Okay, well, let's give this a shot. And that will be a good place to wrap this up. Oh, how do you... All right, that's it. All right. So Jonathan just needs to play defense Well, she does her business. Let's get down. She's still... No. She's got to, like, be on screen for this to happen? Ugh, alright. Well, let's try it again. I didn't know that you had to keep her on screen, but that's okay. I suppose that would make it too easy. Oh, come on. Really? Oh, she was right there. Son of a bitch. That's all right. The corner apparently is the way to go, though. Got him. All right. Okay. No problemo. God, I hate when he says that. Don't think so, Laura. I think we should stand up, Stella. Whatever I have to been through. I know this job I must do now, but pull yourself together. And we are. Studio painting is sealed by 4 paintings surrounding it. Meanwhile, we need to break the seal under the painting. I see. You'll help us, right? Of course. Well. Which will unlock power with the whip. Fortunately, I know. Using a consumed soul. Please don't forget that. Must use it wisely. If you feel ready a ritual, to tell us. Listen. This is over. You can tell us about him. That's like what? 4 no problemos? And that is 4 too many. Oh, you gotta do these in order. That's right. Well, order-ish. Graveyard seems cooler. Alright, we're gonna get to the first save room of this here graveyard. Call it quits. Where's the luck boost? Probably should have saved it. That would have made some sense. Alright, Mandragoras don't drop anything. Oh my god. Dead warriors do. Toads. Drop Piyoko. It's kind of convenient that we got one already. Taking hits over here. All right, Alora Un, of course, drops stuff. Get over there. Oh, jerk faces. Okay. Okay, that was gross. Dragonflies, at least they die in one hit. That's very convenient. Give me a save room. Losoth, damn. Let's just grab whatever the Black Crow's got. It's easy to grind for right now. Or at least I thought it would be. Whoop. Well, that thing, man, I went the distance. Losoth drops nothing. Cool. All right. Save room, save room. Nice. Let's keep going for a little bit. A little over 2 hours. We're in a pretty good spot. Whoa. Outrun it. Vapula. It's got a 1-star drop. This thing should, any second now, it should be dropping. Literally anything. Come on. All right, well, it's a 2-star drop until... Just keep getting popped with that. Well, we've got until dude, it's a 1-star drop. Come on. It's a 1-star drop. Come on, guys. Almost 400 EXP. That's 396 is a very specific number. Come on. I'm only doing this because you're supposed to be a 1-star drop, but now this is taking fucking forever. Come on. Are you truly a 1-star drop? Are we liars right now? It's just the way it's gonna be. Man, nothing. All right. Oh, lousy. All right. There we go. A powerful curse. Sounds good. Oh, I get the flight. There it is. A lot of summon crows. Gold plate. All right. Empty room. Thank God. Axe armor. Old axe armor. Great. Fantastic. Love the old axe armor. Ooh, he's got drops. I think we can use that. Come here. Come back. Oh, no, 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 don't go. All right. Good shape so far. Probably use another save room. Or that's fine. I'll take that. She got the, all right, cool. It was conveniently timed. I was just curious. I'm not going to sit here and grind these guys. You already watched me uselessly do that for a while. Okay. I feel as though something's in here. And it's going to be a small area. Whoop, god damn it. Jesus. Noodle bun. Got it. Well, now I'm curious. Let's see what's at the... Let's see what's in here. Oh, no. Cool. All right. Nope. All right. I'll take that. Thankfully, this isn't like Symphony of the Night where like different, more powerful versions of this thing exist. Because fighting this thing sucks. Of course. It's another one of those. Of course. Ooh, Lesser Demon. All the old pals today. Oh, I should probably suck it up and... Final guard? Okay. MP up, that's good. I'll take that. I could probably use a save room pretty soon. Oh my god. Yep, we're just gonna... Ah, son of a bitch. Bolova. Alright. I'll take the drops. Give me a save room. Malphus? You take tons of hits. It's really irritating. Jesus, that was a lot of hits. All right. Nope. We'll come back to this. My man, you are not worth it. Not even close. Okay. Whoa, 30 hit points. God damn. Nice. All right, there's one room way over there that I haven't hit. I'll get it on the way back. Oh man, just barely got out of that. Let's see if the Bulova... It is not. All right, forget it. Two rooms I've missed. Okay. This away. We're going to do this the easy way. Huh, I thought there would be another one. What do the Mercury boots do? Let's just find out. Faster running. All right, well. Cool, but not necessary. Cool, but not necessary. All right. It's an anatomy lab. Look at that. Okay. Got to be getting close to the end of this. Oh my God. I'm just going to let that Minotaur live because I'm a great guy. I don't need to kill him. Oh, like the fucking loss off is the same way. Okay. Demon heads. Looks like they got a pretty low drop rate. All right. So I can also circle back to them later. Let's go back down this way. Save room. All right. The third warp should be on the top right. Let's just map that really quick. And then we'll fight this boss. What is it with noodle buns? Alright, I guess the warp room is just past the boss. That's fine. Let's kill this thing off. Head back, remap some of those rooms that I missed. There it is. Look at this guy. Whoa, all right. Whoa. Offensive form doesn't really equate to a whole lot. I was doing 4 extra hit points per hit. That was a super easy boss, too. Jeez. That was no big deal. Huh. Okay, let's just save the game real fast. Oh, that's kind of nice. It just warps you back to... That is kind of nice. All right, we're gonna... Let's take the long way back. We'll do it with Jonathan. He can put up and dish out a bit more damage. I don't really feel the need to let's see what we can do here. Whoa! Ah. Yeah, I tried. Doesn't matter. Other way, man. The toad, getting hit by the toad actually did me a favor. That's kind of funny. Yeah. Yeah, whatever. Up and left? Nope. So many tridents. With the backswing. Great. Well, that's going to be a quest thing. I got to go all the way up and around. All right, Malphus. And it's still entirely too many hits, even with Jonathan. I'm going the wrong way. Okay. All right, moving right along, up and around. Whoop, 22. That's pretty nasty shot too. Let's see if we can. We'll go the distance a little bit with the lesser demon. Whoa, maybe not. Nah, this isn't worth it. No? All right. Almost there. No. Yep. Down and around. Story of my life. Nope. Here we go. Moaning Myrtle. It's a naked dude inside the bathroom. All right. Well, we've got probably a couple of quest locations. All right. Wow, that was unavoidable. Two, three, four. That was a good idea on paper. Whoa. All right, let's see if we can get anything out of this guy. Play the long game. Nope. What was that? No dice. %. I think that's the first one we've 100%ed so far. Cool. All right, just over 2.5. We've done good work here. What do you got? Spear of Legend. Become the master of the javelin. I will then bequeath you my spear. Alright. Normal training 2. Increase your intelligence to at least 100, then come back. Let's see if we can do it right now. Nope. 86. Well, a couple more levels. Hey, buddy. Okay, that did me no good. Oh yeah, this has expanded. Don't I have this stuff? I thought I bought this stuff. No? Yeah, 1 point of defense is not worth it. Maybe that'll help me. Oh, I just spent all my cash. It's all right. Samurai helmet. Oh, the morning veil is nice. All right. Volge. All right, we did it. That's enough for today. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. Thanks for the raid earlier. I will be back tomorrow for Third Strike Thursday. Until then, thanks for hanging out, everybody. We'll see you then, noon Eastern. Peace.